morning students and welcome back to our science class of 3rd standard. So students, in the previous lesson, in the previous period, we have started our new lesson, and the name of that lesson, the respiratory system. So students, in that lesson we have learned the following points, and which are they? That we are going to see now. So just wait and watch. First point is breathing. So the process during which the air rich in oxygen we take inside our lungs, and the air that is full of water vapor and carbon dioxide we throw out of our lungs, that process is known as breathing. So after that we have seen what do you mean by inhalation. Inhalation means taking the outer air inside our lungs. Means we breathe in, we take a long breath, and the outer air we take into our lungs. This process is known as inhalation. And same with the exhalation. When the air that is present inside our lungs we throw out of our lungs with the help of the nose, that process is known as the exhalation. So students, after that we have seen the process of respiration. Respiration means breaking down of 1 minute. We have seen the definition of respiration, and it means the process of breaking down of the complex food substances with the help of oxygen and release energy is known as respiration. So that is the definition of respiration. Now I also have explained to you why do we respire. So as I told you, if your father is having motorbike or car that cannot run without fuel, it needs fuel to run it properly. Same happens with our body. And remember students that this petrol or diesel gives energy to that vehicle, and it works properly after getting the petrol inside it. So same happens with our body. Our body also requires fuel. And what is that fuel? That fuel is our food that we daily take inside our body. Okay. So that food gives us energy, and then we can work effectively in our daily life. Whatever work we want to do, we can do it very well after eating the food. So then we have seen the respiratory system. The respiratory system includes nose and nasal passage, then windpipe and lungs. We have also seen the functions of all these three. So students, in today's period, now we are going to study about air pollution. So students, first tell me that have you heard this word air pollution? Definitely you have heard this word, because when we are moving outside our house, we came across this word air pollution. So students, can you tell me what do you mean by air pollution? So students, air pollution is that the harmful components that get mixed into the air, and that polluted air we take inside our lungs, and that is very harmful to us. That is known as the air pollution. So how this air pollution happens? So whenever we are running our vehicle, In that vehicle we are using petrol or diesel, and when we are running it, it leaves the fuel, sorry, it leaves the smoke, it leaves the smoke, and that smoke is very harmful to us because that smoke get mixed into the air and makes the air polluted, and that polluted air, if we breathe inside our lungs, that is very harmful to our lungs. So that is known as the air pollution. And what are the reasons of the air pollution? First, I have told you the vehicles that we are using, and second, not only the vehicles but also when we are using them or when we are running them, at that time they leave the smoke, and that is very dangerous for us. And second thing, the factories. In the big cities there are very huge factories, and that factories leave carbon dioxide. They leave the poisonous smoke, and that smoke is very harmful to us. That smoke also gets mixed into the air, and the air gets polluted. And whenever we are moving around out of our house, at that time, knowingly or unknowingly, we inhale that polluted air. 1 minute.
Start.
Now students, we are going to see which are the diseases that are caused by this air pollution. So first is sneezing. So students, when we inhale, the germs are trapped by some germs. Whenever we inhale, the germs are not trapped by the tiny hairs inside our nose, and they directly enter into our lungs. At that time, we are having the problem of sneezing. And you know that sometimes these particles are not trapped by the hair present inside our nose, and at that time we are having some irritation in our nose, and because of this we get sneezing problem. Okay. Second one is coughing. When unwanted particles enter into our respiratory tract, at that time the coughing occurs, and this coughing throws these particles out of our body in the form of the coughing. So have you understood this? So again, sneezing and coughing, we are very much familiar with these two, and now we are going to see the third disease that is caused by the air pollution, that is asthma. So students, the breathing difficulty that occurs due to the allergic disorder. So asthma means the problem occurs due to the allergic disorder. It is known as asthma. Means we are having very much difficulty in breathing. At that time, that problem is known as asthma. So, other than this, polluted air cause common cold. Because of this polluted air, we have to suffer from common cold. Then we are having headache. Our head starts spinning. We are having headache and dizziness. We can see the world that is moving round and round. That is called dizziness. And inflammation of lungs. So students, do you know the meaning of inflammation? Inflammation means swelling into the lungs. When we take this polluted air inside our lungs, automatically this polluted air is having effect on our lungs and our lungs get swollen. Okay. So that is the meaning of inflammation of lungs. So I am writing here that difficult word. You can see here inflammation means swelling. So that is the meaning of inflammation. So because of this polluted air, I have already told you, we have to suffer from common cold, then headache, we are having pain in our head starts paining, then dizziness, all the world seems to be moving and we feel it in the form of dizziness. Then inflammation of lungs means we are having swelling into our lungs and also the bronchitis. Now students, in the earlier period we have seen what is the meaning of bronchitis. So the two branches of the windpipe, they are known as the bronchitis. Okay. So this common cold results from the germs that attack our body, resulting in fever. Whenever we are having the common cold, at that time we are having some in a big or less quantity we are having fever. Means our temperature of the body increases. Okay, having fever. Then nasal discharge. Our nose continuously starts running. This is known as the nasal discharge. Means we are having the having the problem of cold, and then headache and reddening of the eyes. Little bit we are having the problem of headache. As I have told you, we are having little or in a big amount our head starts paining, then reddening of the eyes. Our eyes starts to get red. Okay, and we are having some itching inside our eyes. So that problem is known as the reddening of the eyes. Now students, as you know that because of the air pollution we have to face these three problems. First is sneezing, second is coughing, and third is asthma. So which are the precautions that we have to take to avoid all these problems? So the precautions are morning walk is very helpful. You have seen that your mom and dad, they are having daily morning walk. They are going for morning walk. And why they are going for morning walk? Because in the morning the air is very fresh and the air is very clean. There is no dirt in the air. The air is so pure and the atmosphere is also very fresh. So at that time the morning walk is very useful and that is very good for our lungs also. So morning walk is very useful. So whenever your parents, your mom and dad are going for morning walk, you also have to accompany with them. You also have to go with them for a morning walk because it is very useful to us. Then second solution is that alpha breathing process. Means whenever we are taking morning walk, that alpha breathing process, that clean breathing process increases the capacity of the lungs because of the fresh air. Then people during yoga maintain good posture. Now recently we have you have seen that the whole India has celebrated International Yoga Day. Okay. So recently we have celebrated Eid. So it is not like that you have to do yoga only on the yoga day. Daily, if you are doing yoga in your daily routine, it is very beneficial for you. And whenever you are doing yoga, the posture, the various activities you are doing while doing yoga is very good for your lungs. So people during yoga maintain good posture. Posture means they are sitting properly. They are taking a good and well position, which helps to breathe properly. And at that time, when we are taking the correct position for doing yoga, at that time we are sitting relaxed and we are breathing, means we are inhaling and exhaling in a proper way. And that is very good for us. Then one more thing I want to tell you that some students, they are eating so much fatty food. Fatty food means what? They are eating samosas, they are eating kachoris, means the oily food. They are eating too much and that is not good for your health, students. That is very bad. So you have to stop eating that in a too much quantity. So you will say, ma'am, what is wrong in that? So the reason behind that is that whenever you are eating the fatty food, it increases your obesity. It gives problems in your breathing. It increases the problem of your breathing. Now what is given here? Eating too much fatty food reduce the capacity of breathing. I have already told you that the fatty food is not good for your health because it reduces the capacity of your breathing and in turn leads the problem of obesity. Now you will say, ma'am, what is the meaning of obesity? Obesity means you are feeling very laziness, you don't want to do anything, you just want to sit on only one place and sometimes you just want to sleep or lie down somewhere. So that is the meaning of the obesity, and because of this you get very fat. Okay. So these fatty items increase your fats and obviously you don't want to do anything. You just want to sit on one place and you don't bother to do anything. So that is very bad for your health because students, you should have to be very active and playful. Okay. So from today, promise me that you will never ever eat the fatty foods. Okay. One more thing I want to tell you. I know that because of coronavirus, you are very scared of eating these oily items from outside. So that is very good for you. At least coronavirus has made you to stop it. Okay. So it is very good for you. But then also I just want to suggest you that students, it is very bad for your health. After that, healthy food and good postures helps in healthy breathing. So it is very important to eat healthy food and maintain a good body postures, and it leads to the healthy breathing. So students, now we are going towards the last point. We have finished here the last point. The 4 ways that we have seen. Morning walk is very essential for you. Then alpha breathing is also increases the capacity of your lungs. Then doing yoga every day or doing yoga and maintaining a good posture, that helps to healthy breathing. Then stop eating too much fatty food. That is the 4th point. In this way we can lead a very good and healthy life. So I hope that you have understood all these things, and if your parents are offering you The fatty food, obviously you will tell your parents, mom, it is very bad for our health, so I will not eat. So you will avoid eating that. So students, here we have finished our lesson of the respiratory system, and I hope that you have understood each and every point by heart, and if you are having any difficulty, you can write to me in comment box. Okay, there is no problem. If you are having any difficulty, just write me in the comment box. Okay, so now students, I have told you to solve worksheet number 1. Okay, so I am just telling you the answers and you have to write them down into your textbook on page number 30. So the first question is, unscrambled words are given and you have to write down the correct word. So the answer is, first word is ULGNS and the answer is lungs. Question 1, one minute. Question 1, unscramble the words. Unscramble the letters. First word is ULGNS. So the answer is lungs. LUNGS. Second one is HNIE. LA. The correct word is inhale. Inhale. Now question number 2. Complete the following flow chart. Flow chart is given and you have to write down the answers. First is given air, then it goes into the nose, then nasal passage, then windpipe, and then it comes to the lungs. That is the procedure of respiration. So next one is, I am just writing the answers of the third question. What is the third question? Fill in the blanks. First sentence is, we should always breathe through our nose. So the first answer is, fill in the blanks. The first answer is nose. And second one, respiration takes place inside the body. Students, Remember that options are given there and you have to choose the correct option and write there. So the second answer is cells. Respiration takes place inside the body cells. The third one is windpipe divides into two branches. Then question number 4. Up to now, have you understood all these answers? Okay. Now, question number 4. Question number 4. One diagram is given and you have to label that diagram. So my drawing is not good, but then also I am trying. Okay. So this part is called as nasal passage. And this part is called as nostrils. Okay. Then question number 5. Give 3 characteristics of the lungs. So students, again I am drawing here the diagram of lungs. It may be not good. So this is the diagram of lungs and 3 characteristics you have to write down. So you have to write down first. Lungs are spongy. Second, they are elastic. Third one is they are having bag-like structure. Bag-like structure. And question number 6, true or false? That is true or false? So the first is breathing takes place in the morning. Is it true? No, it is false. So breathing is a continuous process. It does not take place in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening. Continuously we are breathing. So the first sentence is false. The second one, the air from nasal passage reaches the heart. That is also false. Where does it goes? It goes into the lungs, not to the heart. Then third sentence is the air we inhale contains a lot of carbon dioxide. Is it correct? No, it is false because we require oxygen, okay, not carbon dioxide. If we are inhaling carbon dioxide, then we will die, okay. So we inhale oxygen, not carbon dioxide. So it is also false. So students, like this I have written or I have given all the answers of worksheet number 1. So you can check your answers and write it down in your textbook. Okay. So I hope that you have understood this lesson very well, respiratory system, and in this way we have finished this lesson in a very good manner or in a very well way. If you have any problems or any difficulty, you have to write down in me. You have to write down in the comment box to me. Okay. So I hope that you are doing all your studies well and good. Here I would like to stop. Thank you very much, and once again I want to tell you that stay home and stay safe. Thank you.